Welcome back to the show. We have John Muszewski and Tom Moulton both talking about Old Tucson, talking about the magic that Old Tucson has.
And as the fall is coming, after our summer, we've got some other events that will be coming with Nightfall. Can you tell us a little bit about what Nightfall has kind of changed into and what we can expect this fall?
Absolutely. Nightfall is such a tradition in Tucson. And the first thing anybody asked me when they heard that I was working at Old Tucson was, is Nightfall coming back?
Right.
And of course, we had a really successful Nightfall this last fall. But we wanted to reinvent Nightfall for Tucson. We know that we have several other Halloween events, Terror in the Corn and Slaughterhouse, and they do amazing jobs with mazes. But we really have nothing for families for Halloween. So we wanted it to be a family-friendly environment with the option of going off into the scary parts.
Oh, wow.
So
Nice.
we created a world of large-scale immersive theater. So when people enter the park, they are brought into a world that we've created and a story. And if you so choose, you can go down the rabbit hole of trying to find out what's really going on, who the good guys are, who the bad guys are, and explore for the entire evening. It's like being inside a giant 22-acre escape room.
Wow.
And we had people who would come back night after night trying to dig deeper into this story, because the story has many, many layers to it. And then if you choose to, included in the story are our mazes and our scares and our haunts, which are all on the outskirts of town. So if families choose to go there, they can go and be scared, hopefully. And we're planning even bigger and better scares this year.
I like the word. They can, not scared, they can go and be entertained.
Entertainment.
Yeah, I don't do scary, so I appreciate that it's there for people that do, but I love that you've separated that out so that certainly young kids have something to do that's still enjoyable without being terrorized. Do you do corporate events as well?
We do. We host a lot of special events and corporate events. Companies can rent the park out for a full day, or for a show, or an evening event, dinners, or live entertainment. We are self-sufficient. All of our restaurants are in-house. We have our own chef, and our bar management is all through Old Tucson, as well as all of our retail. So we are kind of a one-stop shop for events to come into the park, and very well connected with entertainment, of course.
John, I must say that the restaurants are amazing.
Yeah, I was going to say that's exactly what I was going to say.
The food was to die for. It was so good, man. Thank you so much. There was some great food.
When you go somewhere too, sometimes you go in and you pay like $40 and you get this tiny little bite of food, but there was like really good food. It was a really good portion. It was something where you walk out of it thinking, wow, that was amazing.
Yes.
Which is just the whole experience of the park everywhere we went. You walk away from a building just thinking, this is amazing.
Well, thank you. That's good to hear, because I've always thought that, and I know the owners wanted to elevate the food in the park and not have the usual amusement park fare. And that's why they brought in their own chef, and we're very, very proud of that. The film companies that come in and film are thrilled about it too.
Good. Oh, I
They're
bet
usually
they
used
are.
to cold sandwiches, and chips, and they get a full meal for the lunch and dinner, and they're just very excited about that.
Amazing.
And we are part of the Blue Blazers, that are the volunteers that put on the Arizona Bowl.
Oh.
And you guys have the Arizona Bowl teams come out as well.
Yes, we do. We had a wonderful experience with them this January. We had the opening party, hosted it at the park, and really exciting. We were able to come together for one big stunt show, and then we separated the two teams out as we were told to do.
I would say that is the only time that the teams are together, I believe.
Yeah, and we have plenty of locations in the park to be able to host large events like that.
Yeah. There was a time they had a bull riding contest, and the two teams picked sides, and that was a lot of fun. And so rodeos have been in the past part of Old Tucson. So again, not any trying to get John to reveal any secrets, but I would just say that you only have just started on what the Western experiences can be at Old Tucson. And it's exciting to, well, I think maybe I have a little bit of an insight. I really don't, so I'm as anxious to listen to John today as the rest of your listening audience is, because I'm learning some things. I had no idea the scope of the business that John and his father are running, and what outstanding resources to bring those to Tucson.
And we're so happy. I mean, I'm thrilled to be working for this family anyway, but the way that they have created the environment, the working environment out at Old Tucson is amazing. We have the most incredible staff, so dedicated and so in tune with what's going on, and they go way above and beyond for every audience member. We're just so happy with everybody who works there, from the entire staff, from the ticket booth to the performers to people who clean up. They're just great.
What I experienced when we were there was you are the house guest of the day. And seeing a family together, because it's been a while since my family visited Old Tucson when there was little small children. But to be there for over 7 hours, I would say not bored one time, not one moment. Plenty of activity programmed, but plenty of activity where you could just relax and have quality time with your family. And I think the meal is a big portion of that. And you have a variety of different things to eat there as well. Now, personally, I'd love to have you bring back the buffalo burger, but I'm not. I don't work there anymore. But I tell you, the chicken. I think you guys ate ate the chicken delight dinner, I call it. And you're right. It takes probably two people my size to really eat it all and not take it home with you.
Yeah, actually, the food. I think I had pulled pork, and because I am looking at the quantity of food on some of the stuff, and I'm like, I can't do that, and especially not because you're walking around, and it was a warm day. We picked one of the warmest days to go out there and put on 3 layers of clothing. And so I was a little worried about the quantity of food, but the quality was so good, and it really was there's just not enough good to say about it. It was wonderful, and the kids ate ice cream twice, which never happens.
I should mention, though, the evening when we were done and spent some time in the bar was very memorable as well.
We just had water.